Okay, Soli, obviously a disappointing defeat today, but your side showed character to get those 2 goals at the end.
Yeah, that was important, the character and attitude at the end. That's the biggest thing I'll take away from today for them. They never quit, and I think if we had another 5 minutes, you'd have fancied a 3-3 at least there, really. So we just ran out of time at the end, and it came together a little bit too late. But yeah, if we can, the way we finish that game, if we can start the next one that way, we'll be fine.
The first half seemed to be following the trend that's kind of happened the past few weeks. Started really well, not took the chances, and then a kind of late gutting goal in the first half.
We were saying that as staff, some of those chances we had, we should have been 2-3 nothing up and out of sight. And the longer that went on, we were saying on the sideline, this is again one of those games. If we don't finish, just watch against the Tide, they'll score, and that's exactly what happened. And it seems to be the story at the minute. We've got to finish those chances and stop going 1-0 down. And yeah, it's just we've got to keep believing and keep working, because we're doing the right things, and the tide will turn eventually. We're doing what we're doing. It's just against us at the minute, but as long as we keep the belief and keep working and we don't let our heads drop, we'll be okay.
And that the Chantal goal was a real goalmouth scramble. That seemed to sum it up, really. If that hadn't have gone in, that would have really summed it up.
I think we were joking here. I think we were saying, was it maybe an own goal, because maybe that's the way he was only going to score. But yeah, it's one of them where we couldn't buy a goal up to now, and so it was nice to at least get 2 goals on the score sheet and be pushing for a third. But even that took an effort, really, didn't it? But we got there, and that's all that matters. It crosses the line. It doesn't matter how it goes in. It's important we scored, and now we've got to build on that.
And do you think the timings of the first and second goal were quite important to how the game turned out? Right at the end of the first half, start of the second half, it kind of made it a really difficult challenge to come back from that.
Yeah, if we'd have got in at 0-0, there was a few things that we needed to sort out, because they play a different system to any team we faced in this league, and the players just needed to just iron that out a little bit to put it in our advantage. So to get in at 0-0 would have helped. When you're a goal down, you're chasing, and when you're 3 down, our mentality will always be, let's try and get one back. We're not a team that will sit back and shut up shop for goal difference. We will always come and give a game, hence why we threw Ella up there and all sorts at the end, and it got us 2 goals back. So we'll always have that mentality. We have that mentality as a staff, and as long as we have the players with us, we'll always do that, and the players' mentality is similar to ours. So yeah, we were just chasing the game too much, really, but it's something that we've just got to keep working on and keep believing in.
I like it today. You said, sort of mentioned the first 20 minutes was relatively successful, but what do you feel changed throughout the game in the first half that sort of put Solihull a bit on top?
I think their system, the way that they played, they weren't taking advantage of that, the way they were playing. But once they did, they started to get overloads in key areas, and we just needed to get in half time to address that. Once we addressed that, we were fine. I also think we stopped playing our game and focused too much on theirs, just as the players with the tide turning. And when that happens, you lose your shape and what you're about, and you mould to the oppositions, and that goes in their favour. And we did that a little bit, so we needed to be a little bit more courageous and brave and play to our shape and make them mark us. And that was the difference. When we changed the way we played, we got the 2 goals, because they didn't change that then. They didn't shut us down, and it was an open game end to end then.
And what was said at half-time, obviously, you mentioned getting in potentially at 0-0 and sorting things out, changing a few things, but obviously conceding before, how did that sort of change your half-time team talk?
Ultimately, we needed to score, so we need to find a way to score, because we weren't scoring. We were creating chances, but we weren't scoring, so we needed to create more numbers. So we were trying to get onto their back central 3 more and get our wingers into them and push the attacking mids through a little bit more and create more overload centrally, and use our overload. So we had a 3v2 in the middle, and they had to pull the weak side in. So it was playing to our advantage more and taking the opportunities. We did it all week in training, back-to-back 18 work, shooting, taking chances, not overplaying. We've got players that can shoot and hit a ball, so we need to take advantage of that sometimes. And at the minute, they're not going in, but that will change.
And the beauty of football is obviously fixtures come thick and fast.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of niggly things at the minute, so we're going to give them a rest on Tuesday. We've not stopped since July, August time. The girls are looking tight, to be fair. So we'll rest Tuesday and we're straight at Sheffield on Thursday. And what we do in that game is everything now. So it's how we rebound and what we do then, because then we go into FA Cup and it doesn't stop. So we've got to take a rest where we can. Rest on Tuesday, play Thursday, rest on Sunday. The players will be fresh as the beginning then, and we're hoping the tide will turn for us.